There's nothing better than food and coffee when you get out of jail.
Yeah, dude.
We'll have a joint for you too. Yeah. And a drop of acid. I know you like that. I don't know if I would want acid when I first get out of jail, honestly. No, he will. He will. That's what I know that motherfucker. Okay, so where can we go?
Six up.
Nowhere.
We can't cross that street. Damn it.
Around and around and around.
They want us. They're shutting it down for like 8 blocks away. So are people assembling? Like, is there a rendezvous point at anywhere else, or are people? They're going, man. Are they?
Our streets. Our streets. Our streets.
Damn right.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Wake up, people!
It's the chicken!
Chaz, attack chicken! Cock-a-doodle-doo! Wake up, people! That thing is huge!
Hey, Eric Giles, why did the chicken cross the road?
Suicide chicken bomber! Cock-a-doodle-doo, people! Wake up!
To hold down the fort!
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
This has been going on since
Wake up!
October 7th.
He's gonna leave him sitting in the street? What the fuck?
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Where's all the chicken come from?
Hey, Eric Giles, sing your song! Sing your song! Up to the Whippity,
Just when he thought it couldn't get any more bizarre. The man and his baby are chasing a chicken down the road.
I mean, the chickens are not that hard to catch, but, you know.
It's more fun not to catch them.
It depends what you need it for.
That's true. You want to just like...
Kids are actually the best at catching chickens.
Kids
they're,
are?
like, low to the ground.
Totally, yeah.
So I want to throw...
Portland. But I ain't got no place to live when this shit is over. So how many of y'all still gonna be here a week from now? How many of y'all gonna be here a month from now? When we trying to hold it down for our mental issues, for our convicts, for our fucking drug addicts, for our fucking homeless teens. How many of y'all are gonna be here? Really? Okay. So we're gonna take Portland. We are taking Portland and we are putting it in their faces. We are fucked up. We are fucked up and we are weird as shit. Yeah. And we love who the fuck we are. So let's make it real. How are we gonna do it? That's the next issue. That's what this is about, right? How are we gonna put it in their faces that this is their shit? They made this.
Yes, they did.
We did too.
So what are we gonna do?
Occupy together.
Occupy or die! Occupy or die! Occupy or die! Occupy or die!
What are we occupying next?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We gotta vote on that tonight.
So
Let's talk about that tonight.
let's own this. This is for real. This is not for play. Y'all go home and y'all can go to sleep and y'all can do whatever the fuck happens. But the reality is that Portland is got issues. And the world has got issues. And we need to own those issues, right?
We need to have this discussion now.
Yes!
Woo! Thank you! Thank you! Woo, sister!
All right, so I just want to say.
I don't know what. Nobody's still sitting here. Right to Dream 2, Portland's grassroots homeless run shelter, has found a new home and needs the public's help with the move. If there's enough hands to help, board chair Sarah Chandler says they hope to be open next weekend. The camp lacks curb appeal because they don't have a budget from the city, but Chandler says they offer a better experience. Okay, so how do you feel like you guys are different than other shelters, and what do you have to teach to them?
I think that we're different because we are more personable and that we know people. And I think that we can teach other shelters that they're not just a bed number, that we are people still, and that we do need help, but we're not any different than they are. And I think that's something that a lot of the big shelters need to learn, because a lot of those people are paid staff, where we're volunteers and we're here with the people all the time, where they're paid and they get to go home, so they think they're kind of better than us. So I think that's something that big shelters can learn from us, is that we are still people and that everybody deserves their dignity as a person.
Yeah, and you guys understand the situation of being on the streets better than somebody who goes home every day,
Yeah.
Sarah's fairly new to the chair position. She says it's a two-tier democracy, and right now they have 12 members. Every member started out as a guest of the camp and worked their way up. Ideally, they'd have about 20 members, but she said some people don't want to set their demons aside and work with a group. Members live on site, so it seems like a pretty good deal. In the new location, members will be living in tiny homes donated by Benson High School. Guests will still use the tents. If you want to help, you can find Sarah's contact information in the comments. And she raises a really good point. What are we actually getting for all this money the city spends on homeless services? There's a constant call for more funding, but very little scrutiny on outcomes or experience. Sarah says she hears a lot of complaints about the shelters. They're even starting a petition to remove one employee with a pattern of bad behavior. I feel like some of these people have been kicked around for so long, they don't think they deserve any better. But Sarah says helping people restore their self-worth is the first thing we need to do. And it starts with kindness, she thinks. Right before I left, I had to ask her, how do you make people want more for themselves? The audio's bad, but I had to include the quote.
You know, you can't make, it's like leading a horse to water. You can't make them drink. The only thing you can really do is support them and make them know that they are people and that somebody does care. And once they get that sense of self-worth, and, you know, I think that it comes down to people feeling like people. And once you get your self-worth back, then you want to be something and you want to move on. And I think that that's what's great about our community, is that we are there for those people. No matter who you are or what you do, we care about you and we make it clear that we care about you. So.
Because there's a million ways to lose that self-worth,
definitely.
Trauma and drugs.
Even just becoming homeless can make you lose your self-worth, and it's just really important that people get that back. And once they get that back, this place helps a lot. Once you get that back, then you're ready to make that step forward and go somewhere else.
Cool, okay.
And I think social service agencies like TPI don't necessarily, like I said, you're a number there, and that doesn't really give you a sense of worth.
Big move.
We need support. In any way possible. We need support, help getting supplies, help just manpower, doing security shifts. We need that all the time. We're trying to build our supportership, just getting the community together and getting house people and unhoused people together and getting to know each other, because like I said, we're all the same. We're just in different circumstances, and I think that the best way to get supporters is to help teach them and help them learn about this situation and help them, everybody can help in their own way, whether it's just a friendly smile or handing out a sandwich. And I think that that's the kind of supportership that we need, is just the community coming together.
So let me say, it is my high honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you the President-elect of the United States of America, Donald Trump. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Through the door, we're gonna bust up the windows. We don't come through the door, we're gonna break up the party. I got nothing and nothing to lose. One little bottle to ease my blues. You stepped over me for the last time. I said I ain't been content with your nickels and dimes. No, no. Hey, hey. No, no. Hey, hey. Ninja Turtles bearing down on me. We're here for justice, you're here for bread, and you're one of us. Listen what we said. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Well, they're too damn tired to push back in time. Too damn busy to make up their mind. Too damn jaded to think that we can. But we got an answer and we got a plan. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. If we don't come through the door, we're gonna bust up the windows. You best believe you're gonna know. If you don't come through the door, we're gonna break up the party. We'll show 'em something, that's for sure. We'll show 'em something, that's for sure. We'll show 'em something, that's for sure.
They said they came to Portland to defend their right of free speech, and many came ready to fight for it. But at the 100-day mark of President Trump's first term, how would they grade his presidency?
Okay, 100 days in for Trump. Give him a grade.
B. I say B.
Why?
He's flip-flopped on a few things. He went back on the DACA. He also is looking a little globalist there.
This guy did have his doubts about Trump, but he definitely came prepared to brawl for free speech. He said Portland police had confiscated his weaponized flagpole, and the stick he found in the park wasn't holding up his flag very well.
Yeah.
The influence of his inner circle. We really didn't elect Ivanka Trump. We didn't elect Jared Kushner. Right?
Kushner's in a lot, yeah.
And I don't think he should be influenced. I understand he's close to them, but
yeah.
I think they're exerting undue influence, and I think that he's forsaking some of his better brain trust in honor of his family.
Okay, so a B. Okay.
But he's kept other promises that were significant.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Gorsuch, TPP, sanctuary cities he's working on.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So I'll say B because I like him.
All right. Thanks, man.
I love him.
Okay.
Have you seen my truck?
No, I haven't.
Here's Bro's truck, and here's Bro after he gets punched in the nose in Berkeley. I don't see him changing his mind anytime soon.
It's the real Trump truck on Facebook. I drove around the United States.
Oh, cool. So you give him a... What grade would you give him?
I'll give him an 8.
Okay.
Give him a couple more months and we had a 10.
Okay.
This is the beginning of the march. That siren and those air horns are the counter protesters' attempt to shut down the event. It didn't really work, and it got really annoying quickly. So this counter-protester is pointing her bullhorn at this lady in the purple jacket. It may look like bullying, but maybe her pinwheel is just a swastika on a stick.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. We respect your First Amendment right to speech and assembly.
Be sure to tip your dancers.
To facilitate a safe environment to exercise your rights. Officers have observed persons with fighting implements and body armor. By this announcement, the Police Bureau exercises its authority to place reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions on this event.
Okay.
And require the following. Members of the March for Free Speech on 82nd Avenue will travel south on the west sidewalk of Southeast 82nd Avenue. Counter-protesters are to travel south and utilize the east sidewalk.
Hey, you're nothing but a clown.
82nd Avenue. Participants who violate ORS 166.025, disorderly conduct in the second degree, or
So the march got held up just past Gleason when the police tried to separate the protesters from the counter-protesters. They wanted one group to walk on one side of 82nd and the other group to walk on the other side. I'm not sure if they ever figured it out, and I had better things to do with my Saturday. I generally avoid these kind of events. It's just divisive political theater. But it was in my neighborhood, so I figured I'd check it out. There were 3 arrests on the day. Here's 2 of them. Looks like the bully with the bullhorn on the right was one of them. It felt like people were waiting around for something to happen, and when it did, they'd rush over with their cameras, trying to get the best shot. People love watching people fight, but I'm not sure how newsworthy it is. We're just widening the divide and taking resources from important problems. Every media house was there, telling the same boring story. Also that day, the mayor was hosting a roundtable on homelessness. The issue of homelessness is huge in this town, and from what I could find, only one media house attended the meeting.
Trump's first 100 days. What do you think?
Out of the 5 people I talked to, only 2 were still 100% on the Trump train. Here's number 2.
Everyone keeps saying he's not doing his promises. I see him making rapid progression forward.
Okay.
I see obstruction and blockage. They're all going to be done. I mean, it's with the media out against him, with the rhinos against him, with the Democrats against him, Hollywood against him. But the people that voted him in, no. And the people that didn't vote him in don't get it. And I don't know why, because if you don't like America and the aspirations of America, then I don't know what to say to those people.
Give him what about a letter grade? What would you give him?
I give him a B.
B? Okay.
Yeah. And he's also matured in learn the role.
I think he's trying to do what I think. I think he's trying to do what's right, but I think there's too many people surrounding him that are giving him bad advice. I haven't been following him too much the last about month or so. I've actually had some medical issues, so I've been off the tube for a little while, looking at everything. So, but I think he was off to a good start when he first started with demolishing the TPP and the NAFTA and all that stuff.
Trump did strike down the TPP agreement, but NAFTA is still in place. He acknowledged that later in the interview.
But as listening to his daughter, I think his daughter's in his ear a little bit much, Ivanka Trump, about what's going on. So it's hard to say. It's hard to judge somebody within the first 100 days.
So yeah, first 100 days. How do you feel?
Well, I mean, I did vote for, pull the trigger for Gary Johnson.
Okay.
Just because I don't believe in division or hostility towards any other fellow man. Not to say that Trump's good or bad. I supported the President Obama, even though I didn't support his policies, because I believe it's the right thing to do. When you have a president, regardless if you do disagree or not, like, yes, speak out if you disagree with something, but also support the President of the United States. So I supported the fact that Obama was president. I didn't like his policies. So I'm going to support the fact that Trump's president as well. Like, I don't have any qualms with it. And I don't understand how Antifa wants to run around and beat the crap out of people and say that they're all about free speech. I think Antifa should stand for anti-First Amendment, really. Because I spoke with a lot of Antifa people, and some of them are good people on the issues.
Yeah.
I actually got past the riffraff of the political left and right and had some good conversations and built bridges. But as back to the question that Trump's first 100 days, I think the whole North Korea issue has been boiling to a head for a long time. A lot of people don't remember, but President Obama's advice to President Trump was exactly that. Watch out for North Korea. So a lot of people talking about this whole North Korea issue, the Syrian issue, these problems have been boiling to a head for a long time. Like, my uncle actually works in the State Department. I've talked to him about a lot of this stuff before. And it's not as simple as it is. Any president will have to deal with threats. It's not the Republicans or warmongers or this or that. Like, Obama bombed Yemen and a bunch of places with drones. Like,
right, yeah.
There are threats around the world that we have to take seriously. Yeah, I think there's just a lot of hostility. A lot of people don't like Trump. And that's okay. That's fine. People have their opinions. But I'm just going to kind of keep it neutral, keep an open mind, really.
Yeah.
What just happened here is these people don't know me. I'm actually the former poster child of the Oregon left.
So after this group came over to interrupt the interview, dude went over to have a conversation, and when that didn't work, he started dancing and then trying to give out hugs. There were no takers for conversation or cuddles. Watch as a lady with the blaring bullhorn casually comes and stands next to us.
So they should actually support me.
When I asked her what she was doing, she said hate speech isn't free speech, without knowing who we were or what we were discussing. A quiet neighborhood street in East Portland. Each house, each business, each organization has its own unique life, its own unique story. And even with the ability to reach the entire world in their pockets, many neighbors are choosing to focus their time and energy where they can have the most impact, their nearby community, their neighborhood. They're supporting neighborhood businesses and services, they're learning about their schools and community organizations, they're finding ways to get involved and take action. Village Portland was founded to spotlight localism and celebrate this important kind of community service. It's your village, let's explore it together.